of Spotahome. Carlos and Alejandro, our virtual fireside is yours, and we are connecting with Madrid.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Here we have a very special meeting today with Carlos Sainz. I was super excited to be here with you, and it's such an honor for me on behalf of all entrepreneurs and everyone that is listening. Thank you very much, Carlos.
Thank you to you.
For being here. Well, you all know Carlos. Carlos is one of the best drivers in the planet and in history. And he just recently won his last Dakar in January, and it's amazing that he keeps driving and being an inspiration for all of us. So I wanted to discuss a bit about following your passion, because you started studying law. You were here in Madrid, and you know, can you tell us how it was that transition of following that passion? What was the reaction of your friends, family?
Well, of course, first of all, it is a big decision, no, to stop studying law, like it was in my case, second year. And well, I have it very clear in my mind that what I wanted to do, even if rallying at that time in Spain was not something big, was not something that historically Spanish drivers were in the world at the level of the World Rally Championship, that you can think you can make your life from it as a professional. But you know, I have very clear since I was very young that I wanted to be a rally driver. Of course, it was difficult. Of course, my parents were not happy when we have that conversation, and myself telling them that I was prepared to stop studying and being professional. It was a time where I already signed a small contract with Renault here in Spain, but difficult decision. But of course, I'm happy to that time I took it.
So you mentioned competition, right? So clearly you are a very competitive guy. Do you think that competition, so being competitive, is key to succeed in life, racing?
Well, you know, sport and life, it has a lot of common things together, no? And at the end of the day, life is a kind of a competition. You need to fight, as we said before, and if you want to be successful, you need to do a good job. Sometimes winning and making a very good job, the difference is very small. But in the sport, all is about fighting against the others and trying to win. But I think sometimes, you know, there are many people doing sport, there are many people doing business, and you don't need to be absolutely the number one to be successful and be a good professional and be respect from many people. So yeah, winning is very important, but in my case has been very important. I always fight for winning, but you know, at the end, sometimes you win, sometimes you came second, sometimes even you don't finish. But important thing is to, so I always say, to analyze, to try when things are not going well, or when things are going well, trying to analyze, trying to get the best picture of how to improve and you know, stand up and fight again and come back and trying to win.
I was wondering, what is more important, both in racing and in life? Is competing with your past self, or competing with others when you go? Because the similarity with business, some businesses, they focus a lot on competition, so they build products thinking only on competition, but they don't think too much on you know, what was our product before, or on in customers. To yourself, were you always thinking, I need to be better than the Carlos of yesterday, or I need to be better than the other?
Improving it's really important. I think that's why the analyze you have to do, and improving it's success. You need to try to be a better tomorrow than today, and yeah, also in life, you know, you need to try to keep improving. In sport, in life, I think it's very similar. But at the same time, you need to be happy with the way you do things. You need to be proud of the way you do things.
When you were racing and there were many opinions and external opinions on how to maybe, win a race, did you always listen fully, or did you follow your gut?
I like to listen the right people. I like to listen the people I believe can give me good advice. But at the end of the day, you need to do your own way. You need to not what is 100% working for me, it will work for you.
How do you approach adversity and those difficult times? And
Well, first of all, I will say you don't need to overreact. You need to analyze. I think when I look backwards and you have a problem or difficult situation, and then you take a quick decision, normally it's an overreaction. So I will say just give you 5 more seconds to think about it carefully, trying to, again, the word analyze is coming, but think a little bit and not take decisions too quick. And then stick to your decision. I think that is very clear. But for that, you don't need to, as I said, you don't need to overreact to take an immediate decision, because normally these quick reactions, quick decisions, most of them are not really good decisions. An obstacle can become a tool to help you to improve yourself, to do better things in the future.
I loved your enthusiasm and being optimistic, because I believe also to build businesses, you got to be optimistic.
I like the people which is realistic, but at the same time optimistic. So it's important to have a good team together with yourself, people who are loyal, who trust you, and who wants to put the same enthusiasm and the same effort that you are putting. But first you need to show them, it's possible to show them you are prepared to take whatever is necessary to achieve.
How important is the team, as you have seen both in racing and also in business? And
absolutely, you need to have a really good team to be successful, close to you. But it's also part of the leaders to be able to choose the right people, to give the people the confidence to follow, but at the same time to give the people the chance to express themselves and let the room to help you. And I think teams are key for any success in life. And I've been so lucky to have very, very good teams to achieve what I have achieved in terms of the sport, in the business as well. It's so important to have good people around yourself.
So now, as many of us and many of the listeners are building their own teams, what makes a team for you winner? What are the attributes? And if you had to form a new team now, what are the things that you would be looking for?
Well, what we have been discussing in our conversation, I would like to have the people around me which are capable of doing the hard work, believing in themselves, people with discipline, people prepared to do whatever is required to keep moving forward, loyal, trusting people, prepared.
Being a winner, and in your case, like a world-class champion, what are the pressures of being a winner? And what are the costs and sacrifices to
I think you need to be prepared to put everything on the table. When you believe in something, you cannot hide things behind. If you go, you go. And this is how I understand life also in general. And people say, this is becoming an obsession. Yes, it is an obsession. You can, when you want something, when the others are resting, you need to keep working. When the others are thinking in other things, you need to keep focusing. And well, maybe I'm wrong, but for me, I understand that when you want something, it has to become an obsession, and you need to really put everything on the table, on top of the table, to achieve it.
Carlos, I cannot thank you more for all of this. It's been great insights. You are an inspiration, and you have that energy that next to you, you live and you're like, we need to win and we need to be champions as well. So thank you on behalf of everybody.
Thank you, Alejandro, and good job. Well done. I have read. I knew what you were doing, what you are doing, and I read a little bit. So keep working the same way, and it's a honor also, and congratulations for your success.
Thank you so much, Carlos.
Thank you so much, Carlos and Alejandro. Okay, so the overall winner of the South Summit 100